Hello. Welcome to another episode of Pre-Workout Chat. Today is Thursday, July 18th, 2024. And in today's video, we are going to talk about supplements. So, I started working out about 3 months ago. I've been basically on and off for like the last 3 months, but everything has been getting better and better and better. I've been getting more consistent. At first I was probably only working out maybe once, twice, maybe 3 times a week, and then I finally, through trial and error, kind of figured some things out about sets and reps and junk volume. And eventually I got enough mental fortitude and discipline to work out 4, 5, maybe sometimes 6 times a week. So everything's been it's been getting better and better and better with each week that I have been, trying to, build muscles and lose a little bit of weight. Try to improve my health. So, one of the things that I really heavily rely on when it comes to this journey that I'm on are supplements. And I take a decent amount of supplements. I have because my skin is very melanated, and I stay indoors. I take like a vitamin D3 supplement. I take, a regular multivitamin, multi-mineral. I take fish oil. I take, calcium, magnesium, and zinc. Those are very important supplements, especially for males and especially for anybody who's working out and stuff. I even take like this. This is basically vitamin B, and it's supposed to be good for like male health, in the lower department as well. I take things to help make me feel more calmer, help with libido. Like I take the black maca with the ashwagandha. It really makes your body feel calm, and it also is pretty good when it comes to like focus. So I especially like taking it when I'm lifting weights and stuff like that. It helps build that mind muscle connection. I take things like pre-workout. I take pre-workout so that I have like a nice little boost of energy when I'm ready to do my workout. In the morning, I really like having my coffee. So if I'm going to work out in the morning, I need to have like a little bit of pre-workout just to jump start the engines, you know what I'm saying? Or if I'm coming home from work, man, I'm just tired. I've been using my brain all day. I work a job where I'm at the desk, so I'm using the brain, and the brain is very draining. So I just need something to try to like boost my body a little bit more. So that pre-workout, that's what helps with that. And of course, I take protein powder, but that's like a meal replacement. I don't really look at protein powder as like a supplement. It's really more of a meal replacement. So as you see, I take a lot of different supplements, and eventually the supplements run out, and I have to like restock. I restocked on my multivitamin last month, and for the first time, I actually finally finished a pre-workout powder. Like this was my first, and I look at this and I just can't help but just want to like hold on to it, because this was the start. Like this is the first time this was the first time of me even using something like a pre-workout powder, but this is the first time that I actually finished a pre-workout powder. So this has like 30 servings. I only take the bare minimum. I don't go crazy with pre-workout because I don't want my heart to explode, right? And so I was extremely happy to have finished this, because this means that I've did over 30 different workouts over the last 3 months. So at the very least, I've lifted weights at least on average 10 times a month for me to finish this. Now, of course, there were times like I had took off. For example, I took about 2 weeks off when I had COVID. Even trying to come back during COVID, week 3 was pretty hard for me, so I really wasn't taking pre-workout powder like that. Then there was a time when I had crashed my diet and I was just eating junk food and stuff like that. Basically, just restarting my never-ending cycle that I've been going through for like the last 10, 15 years. So again, I don't think there's been a time, unless you're counting when I was in high school on the boys swim team, or when I was enrolled in Army ROTC, back when I was attending the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign. Ever since then, there has never really been a time where I've worked out this consistent. I would say the only time that came real close was the time when I was doing P90X, and I did that for like about 90 days, and even then it wasn't perfect, but that's the only time that I've worked out that much. And so this right here, for me, this is a trophy. So that pre-workout powder I got from Walmart. It wasn't the best. At a certain point, I even stopped feeling the jolt that I got from taking it. Like it was pretty much that weak. Now I'm using the Jocko Nitro Pop pre-workout. I would say that one is like a next level type of pre-workout. It's very stimulus. Well, it's very stimulus for me. There's other pre-workout powders that's really, really heavy with the stimuli, and I would say that's probably the one. The Jocko is definitely, I would say, 2 steps above this. But the flavor is horrible. It's absolutely horrible. As a matter of fact, that's what's in this right now. The flavor is horrible. I don't like it, but it does give a nice rush, and you do feel the pump better. So I will give it that as a prop. I actually, as soon as I'm done with that, with the Jocko stuff, I actually plan on getting some HTLT pre-workout. I got this with my shipment that came today. This is just a sample pack, and it's the peach ring flavor. So I really can't wait to try this. I feel like this is going to be really good. And this is the HTLT pre-workout formula 3.0. So I can't wait to see how that feels. I have very high hopes for this. If the sample packet goes well, then I'm definitely am going to order this pre-workout. I also, at the time, I was taking some Jocko creatine. It's just a simple creatine monohydrate. I'm actually almost done with that. So I'm actually very impressed that I'm almost done with that. And that's why I had to order some more creatine. And I got the HTLT creatine. Because again, this is where the harder than last time supplement brand is just where I'm getting a lot of my supplements right now. And so I'm just going like, why not, score some extra points and, just order other supplements and stuff from their store. And plus, so far, I haven't really been disappointed with their products. And unlike the stuff like the Jocko protein is fine. I like the Jocko protein. However, when I look at stuff like the Jocko pre-workout, I'm not really a big fan. The flavor is terrible. And now there's probably other flavors of pre-workout that they have, but it's like I'm not going to take the time to try each and every one. like I feel like I'm kind of stuck with that Jocko one, so I'm trying to burn through it right now. So yeah, I've been slowly but surely restocking. As a matter of fact, I had to. Usually for the Turk builder, after the first week I was taking Turk builder, I figured out two uh, two supplements of Turk builder is excellent for me. One wasn't enough, and I'll get on that in a little bit. So one wasn't enough. Two was perfect. And when you're taking two times the supplement, you're gonna run out of it two times faster, right? So I this week I had to switch to only taking one capsule of the Turk Builder because I was waiting for my new bottle of Turk Builder Plus to come in, which it did. It came in this week. I had ordered it last week, and it finally came in this week. So I am now restocked on the Turk Builder, and can't wait to dig back into that. However, I kind of had a revelation earlier this week. Now, before I started this workout journey, I wanted to do it right. I wanted to take some blood tests and have that information for you guys. I even wanted to do another body scan just to show like my fat composition and stuff like that. And I just wanted to have all that for you guys. I didn't really have enough to cover the body scan. Was running a little bit tight on the funding, and it's been a while since I had to go to a doctor. And so I'm just a little bit confused on the process of like setting up a healthcare. I tried to set up a doctor's appointment to get some blood work done, but man, these places make it impossible. They make it so obnoxious to even go through the process. It'll be like, hello, my name is blah blah blah. Here's my medical insurance. Do you accept my medical insurance? Excellent. Do you have somebody I could set as my primary care physician? Who do you have? Okay, I got these are my options. Okay, let me go with this person right here. I'm a dude. He's a dude, so I feel comfortable with him. It should just be that simple. It shouldn't be a whole bunch of back and forth. We'll call you back. We gotta verify this. We gotta verify that. My insurance is Blue Cross Blue Shield. There's really nothing to verify. It's one of the best insurance that we have in this country. So it's one of the biggest insurance that we have in this country. Anyway, I don't want to get into that. And so that's why I did not get. That's why I did not have my blood work done yet. And then I could just completely forgot about it. But then yesterday, right? I had jury duty Monday. Luckily, I didn't get selected, but they had me waiting the entire day. So from like 8 o'clock all the way to like 4 o'clock, I was in that courtroom. I was not a happy camper. I came back to work Tuesday, had a lot of work to do, and I was just like catching up on some stuff. I didn't really get to that much sleep. And then Wednesday, it was kind of the same deal. I was really working. Didn't really get that much sleep either. Came into work, and I didn't notice my voice had like kind of changed. And even now, I'm kind of realizing that my voice has changed a little bit. It's gotten a little bit more deeper, a little bit more richer. And I didn't know what was going on. Matter of fact, I didn't even really know until one of the ladies at my work went like, "Whoa, deep voice," and I was like, "Oh wait, that's coming from me." And at first I said, "Okay, well, sometimes my voice sounds a little bit deeper when my voice is dry." But then, I was actually drinking the water, and my voice still has like a more deeper tone to it, even though it still is risen a little bit. If I want to sound normal, I really have to like kind of squeeze my throat a little bit more. So I don't know if I'm thinking that this might be a side effect of the Turk Builder Plus. The Turk Builder Plus is a ecdysteroid. Specifically, it's a plecto ecdysteroid. So that means because it comes from plants. So the turkesterone is an ecdysteroid that you derive from plants, and you would just call that like a plectosteroid, right? But it's in the ecdysteroid family. A steroid mimics the molecular structure of testosterone, right? So when you take there's two ways you can boost your testosterone in your body, right? You can, if you're, for example, for males, the primary producer of testosterone in our body is actually our testicles, right? So if you have like low T or something like that, you can take something like HRT, and that's just like it's just an artificial testosterone, and you can inject that into your body, and essentially you will increase the amount of testosterone that's in your body, and you can use that to get to your normal levels of testosterone. The other method that you can use to increase your testosterone is if you take a steroid, and again, a steroid mimics it comes very close, but it's not exactly. But it basically looks like testosterone when it's inside of your body, right? If you look at the molecular structure of testosterone and you look at the molecular structure of steroids, they look pretty similar. A ecdysteroid comes from stuff like plants, insects, and I think there's like some aquatic animals that also has ecdysteroids or whatever inside of them. And essentially, like ecdysteroids, they help the plants or the insects. They help them molt. They help them to change and get stronger and stuff like that. Like think about a little caterpillar turning into a butterfly, right? So ecdysteroids is what's going to get that little larva into something like some type of flying creature, right? Ecdysteroid, again, it looks similar to a steroid, but it's just missing some stuff, right? The molecular structure is just missing some things. That's why, generally speaking, ecdysteroids are not anabolic like the regular steroids like Tren and stuff that you see on the market, right? All of that stuff is anabolic because again, it looks pretty much just like testosterone, except it may have a few extra stuff, or it might be missing like one or two things, and that's pretty much what it is, right? So that's why when humans take something like testosterone, it pretty much just boosts our overall levels of testosterone in our body. So essentially, our body is not producing these testosterone. And that's one of the kind of side effects of when you take too much steroids for too long, is that your body doesn't want to produce testosterone on its own. It wants to keep on using the artificial stuff that you've been injecting yourself with. And so that's why you tend to have some side effects that come with going off of the steroids. So the ecdysteroid is not as anabolic. As a matter of fact, that's why for the most science has known about ecdysteroids since like the 1950s or 60s. It's just that it wasn't noteworthy enough. They didn't really see any results from it. That's why ecdysteroids were just kind of just forgotten about for a while. And then, some of our devices improved for measuring muscle development. And then somebody thought, hey, let's go back and look at ecdysteroids again and see, are they effective? And then, they noticed that, yeah, it looks like it does something, but it doesn't do a lot of it. And it's still not enough for us to really kind of categorize it as a steroid. So that's why it's just called the ecdysteroid, and it just stays within its place. And that's why, it's not illegal. Now, what made Turk Builder, right? What made this awesome was that it contains turkesterone, right? And so turkesterone is very hard to source. It's a type of ecdie steroid that you derive from plants. So again, this is natural. Um, and it's out of all the other ecdie steroids that are out there, turkesterone is supposed to be one of the best ones that you can utilize. And but it's hard to source because it comes from like a specific plant, and I mean you could find it in other plants, but it's just they don't produce enough of it for those plants to be utilized, and so that's why again testosterone is kind of hard to source. So even there are supplements out there, right, that says they have testosterone in them, but at the end of the day they probably have very, very, very little testosterone because, again, it's very hard to get it out of plants, and the plants that you can get it out of, they just don't produce enough of it. So that's why a lot of times you'll see the testosterone will have other ecdie steroids in them. So that's something you kind of got to be aware of, right? So since the ecdie steroid kinda resembles testosterone, and in studies it has shown that it kinda have similar effects like steroids, then naturally there should be some side effects from taking ecdie steroids, right? Steroids can have a masculinization, right? So that's my question. To a degree, is the Turk Builder Plus, is the turkesterone having a slight masculinization side effect, right? So think about it. When a woman takes stuff like steroids, she could get what we call trend voice. And essentially her voice starts getting a little bit deeper, a little bit raspy and stuff like that. And, she'll basically begin to get a little bit more masculinized, right? Because again, it's not natural for her to be able to build so much muscle. So if she's taking stuff like steroids, it will allow her to put more muscles on her frame. And, stuff like her clitoris will, start growing a little bit longer. Her voice will get a little bit deeper. She may, in fact, even grow an Adam's apple. There's been some side effects that I've heard about that, right? So again, these are masculinization. She's also may start getting hairier in some places, and that's because that's what testosterone does. When testosterone is especially utilized for growth and stuff like that. So that's what testosterone is, what gives us our masculine features. So of course, if you have a higher amount of testosterone, then your masculine features would become more masculine, right? Most of my life, I never really thought about my testosterone levels. I've only started questioning my testosterone levels when I look at other men and I compare myself to them. And I watch some videos on YouTube, and they talk about your beard and stuff like that. Like, if you kind of notice, you'll see that I can't really grow a beard like that. Like, believe it or not, this is pretty much like almost the maximum length that my beard can get to. And it starts kind of breaking off a little bit. As a matter of fact, even if you look at underneath my chin, you'll notice that it's not really full, right? So I can't really grow facial hair like that. And if you ever kind of look at my body, I don't really have a lot of hair on my arms. I don't have I'm pretty hairless actually. Believe it or not, my sisters have My sisters have more hair on their body than I do. So let that sink in. So I never really thought too much of it until like, this year as I started like trying to work on my body. I started questioning, do I have low testosterone? Like, again, I look at my brothers and, they have a lot of hair on their body, right? And my even my younger brother, though he smokes, his voice is more, deeper than mine as well. And so I just can't help but wonder if I have low testosterone. So it would have been really nice if the hospitals would have just allowed me to just come in and just get my blood work done instead of making this process of, onboarding somebody into their system, not made it so, annoying. That would have been nice. Unfortunately, that's not what happened. So I do not know where my testosterone level is, but I suspect that I have low testosterone. And again, this week when I came into work and the lady at the work was going like, whoa, like a deep voice and stuff like that. And then just like noticing my voice has gotten deeper. I just can't help but think, is this potentially the side effect of the turkesterone that's inside this Turk Builder Plus? Because again, it's one of the higher quality ecdie steroids. Ecdie steroids pretty much kind of look like testosterone. And what steroids do is steroids mimic testosterone inside the body. And so if you got more testosterone in your body, then your body will become more masculinized. That's why you could build more muscles and that's why you can recover faster, right? So I just can't help but think, is my testosterone increasing because of the presence of the turkesterone that's flowing in my body, right? Because I've been pretty much very consistent with taking the taking the turkesterone. Yeah, there's been some days where I only took one capsule, but on other days I just take 2 capsules for my workout. So, and then also like, I'm getting healthier, right? I pretty much lost like half an inch on all my measurements. And a quarter of an inch, to be fair, a quarter of an inch to half an inch is pretty much what I lost on all of my measurements. Even though the scale is not being too friendly with me, I definitely can see that I'm losing fat. I can definitely tell that I'm gaining muscles. Like my shirt sleeves are a little bit more snug around my arm. So even though I'm losing fat around the arm, I'm gaining a lot of muscle mass, right? And you could kind of look at it, right? You kind of look at the shirt. You can look at that bicep flex. It's definitely getting up there, right? So of course, with more muscle mass, that can also, potentially like increase the amount of testosterone that I'm producing. And so again, I'm wondering, do I have like low test? And I'm really curious now. I'm really curious now what would happen if I was to increase my testosterone. Would I start being able to really grow facial hair? Will my body get more hairier? Will I be able to put on more muscle? Will I be able to recover faster? Will I be able to take the training wheels off and really push myself in the gym, like putting on the heaviest freaking weight and stuff like that, pushing out more reps and stuff? Will I be able to do that if I had more testosterone? And then like my mindset too. I've noticed It's been like a slight shift. I used to feel more depressed. But I've been feeling more calmer. I've been feeling a little bit more alive. And I haven't really been feeling as depressed. And I think this is because of my level of testosterone increasing. Now, whether it's artificial testosterone, aka that turkesterone, that ecty steroid that's in my system, or it's it could be a combination of everything, right? Or it's like maybe I am producing more testosterone because I am putting on more muscle, right? I'm working out more. I'm doing more resistance training. I'm eating more protein. Like on average, I'm consuming about 180 grams of protein a day. So I'm pretty much am like right there around 200. Sometimes I am consuming a little bit over 220 grams of protein in a day. I'm eating less carbs. I'm eating less sweets. I'm eating less processed sugar and stuff like that. All of these can be like small little factors that can affect your testosterone production, right? So again, I don't really have the means, the knowledge, or the equipment to kind of understand if this supplement right here, I can't tell if it's having side effects similar to taking actual testosterone, right? The masculinization, right? I can't really tell. It would be nice if it is. I'm not gonna lie. Having more facial hair, more body hair, a deeper voice, feeling more calm, more alive, not feeling depressed, feeling happy. If that is the side effect, maybe even a little bit more aggression with some things, right? If that is the side effect of having more testosterone in my body, that's the side effect that I want. I enjoy not feeling depressed. I don't even remember a time when I didn't feel depressed. High school wasn't the best of times. So again, as an adult, I really don't have a time period where I didn't feel depressed. Something was always going on that upset me. And again, this is for the first time where I'm not really noticing any type of like depression, I guess. Again, I can't tell because I've been dealing with it for so long. I can't really tell, but I feel like it's linked to my testosterone level, and I feel again this, mind you, this is my own these are my own thoughts and stuff, my own thoughts and feelings. Again, I don't have any devices, knowledge, or test methods to really build off of top of this theory, but I'm thinking that the Turk builder, combined with a healthy diet, combined with strength training, is increasing my testosterone in some type of way. And that increase in testosterone is having a masculinization effect on my body, and it's making my voice deeper, and maybe it's affecting my hair, my facial hair, and stuff like that. So then I kind of started thinking, taking things like black maca with ashwagandha. Yes, this can have a calming effect. It can also make you more focused. But this can also increase your libido, right? And one of the ways that your libido is increased is the presence of testosterone, right? So this ultimately has like some type of stimuli effect for testosterone. This P5P, right? So this P5P, this is basically a active form of vitamin B6. Now, vitamin B6, it does interesting things in your body. I could just read off of this. Um, it can increase the production of dopamine, which is an important hormone, which can increase motivation. Um, it can elevate prolactin in the body, and so prolactin. Um, I mean, okay, B6 does not increase prolactin. What it does is B6 can inhibit prolactin in the body. Okay, so if you ever have issues with your libido, um, or if you're experiencing decreased testosterone, it could be because of prolactin, because that's what increased levels of prolactin does in the body. It kills off your libido. It reduces your testosterone, and so yeah. So by taking something like P5P, right? This right here can help neglect prolactin in your body. It can inhibit it so that your libido is free to, do its thing, and your testosterone should go up. So whether by accident or or coincidence, taking these two are kind of like taking a it's like taking something to increase my natural production of testosterone. So it's kind of like a testosterone booster. So then I got to thinking, right? When I had that revelation this week and the realization that I could have low T, which again, I do plan on going to a doctor to get my testosterone checked. I do plan on doing that. That's something I definitely should have done before even beginning this workout journey, because that could have been the issue that I've had all this time. Like even going back to high school, I might have just was not producing enough testosterone, right? And it could just because of the fat. I was overweight in high school, but I wasn't morbidly obese in high school. I was a big boy, right? Don't get me wrong, I was a big boy, but come on now. I was over 6 feet tall, and I think at the time I weighed somewhere between 230 to 250 pounds. That was kind of where I was at. So it wasn't that bad. But increased fat can, increase estrogen production, I guess. So maybe I just wasn't producing enough testosterone, and being fat was basically increasing the estrogen. So the concentration, the ratio of estrogen to testosterone probably just wasn't at a good number for me, and getting fatter only made that situation a lot worse. So for these last 15 years, I could have just had a low T problem, where if I was on some type of testosterone replacement therapy, maybe that could have basically solved everything, and it would have made the weight loss a whole lot easier, building muscle a whole lot easier, keeping my mood stable a whole lot easier. Who knows? So again, I do plan on getting some blood work done, but in the meantime, I went ahead and ordered a testosterone booster. So I went ahead and ordered G-Test. Um, one bottle is basically taking 3 capsules a day. It's like a 60-day supply, and that's good enough for me. So I ordered one bottle of testosterone booster, G-Test, and this is like one of the more potent brand. HTLT has other testosterone boosters, but I want you to look at everything that's in here, right? So this G-Test, coincidentally, it has ashwagandha in it. right? It doesn't have the black maca, but it has the ashwagandha, which, again, does the same thing, right? And as we can see, ashwagandha has been shown to lower cortisol, testosterone's worst nightmare. So cortisol, um, by taking the ashwagandha, you're lowering your cortisol, which lowering your cortisol means that you can enhance your muscle mass because the cortisol breaks down muscle. So again, whether coincidence or I don't know, I was taking the right supplements, and since this already has ashwagandha in it, I don't have to replace this. And again, I know you're looking at that price and you're going like, well, $49.99 is a little bit pricey, but again, this is like 60-day supply. So, or if you take less, then it's going to last you longer. But if you're just taking the basic recommended amount, 60-day supply, so that's basically $25 a month. If I want to get something like this off of Amazon, it'll run me like somewhere between $25 to $30. So, and this right here was basically a 60-day supply. If you only, if you took the suggested amount, which was 2 capsules, this was only meant to last 1 month. Only 30 days. But if you stretched it and took half the dosage, you could have pushed this to like 60 days. So this right here, basically $15 a month, right? So $25, $15 a month. If you look at the other ingredients, right here, vitamin B6. This is vitamin B6, P5P. And G-Test has vitamin B6, P5P. It has the active form within it. And as you can see, from just like I told you earlier, B6 has been shown to increase the production of dopamine, which is an important hormone that can increase motivation, right, and significantly inhibit elevation of prolactin in the body. Elevated prolactin is a common reason for decreased testosterone levels and low libido in men. P5P supplements is safe and healthy way to prevent and improve the negative outcomes of high prolactin levels, right? So again, I don't have to take this, and again, this right here, if you get it on sale, you get like a nice little $16, and this has like 100 tablets, and it only suggests that you use one. So again, if you take this, you spread it over 3 months. So basically, like if you catch it on sale, but if you look at the normal price, it's like 20. But let's just say you caught it on sale for $15, $5 a month. So I mean, when we combine the ashwagandha here with this, you're already at $20 a month for these supplements. So again, right there, this already $20. Or get the G-Test that has all type of other ingredients in it. Oops, right here. So these have other ingredients that are supposed to help design to, again, this is a natural supplement, right? So all of these natural ingredients are designed to help your body stimulate its own testosterone growth, right? So again, G-Test already has the supplements in there, so I don't have to buy these supplements separate no more. I can just combine this all and get it through the G-Test. Also, this has magnesium, it has zinc. Another supplement that I take, calcium, magnesium, and zinc. And this also has vitamin D3 in it, right? I'm already taking a vitamin D3. I like this one better. So again, most of everything that's in here is inside G Test. And like this bottle right here is 250 capsule. I'll get this at Walmart, and this could run me about $18-20, right? Depending on the price. Um, it suggests that you take 3 capsules. So really, this container is only supposed to last 83 days. So I mean, we could round that up to like about 3 months. So again, if we take this and we divide the price, let's just round up to 20. If we just take like $20, divide that by 3 months, that's like another $6. So again, when you combine this, full camera. So when you combine this supplement, B5P, vitamin B6, the ashwagandha, when you combine these 3 supplements together, this cost me about $26. And so when we add taxes and everything to it, this is basically $30 a month just for these 3 supplements right here. But if we take G Test, I can completely replace all 3 of these, and the G Test is going to give me everything that those are giving me and more. Because as you can see, there's other awesome ingredients in here as well. And again, all of this is derived from nature. So again, I'm not taking artificial steroids. I'm not taking artificial testosterone. I'm not taking none of that stuff. All these ingredients do is that it helps lower cortisol. It helps lower prolactin. It basically inhibits things that are going on in my body that is lowering my testosterone production and inhibiting muscle growth. G Test also allows my body to naturally stimulate its own testosterone production. And so that's why I have decided to just go ahead and get G Test. And I only need to buy it like every 2 months, and it perfectly fits within my budget. And that's also another important thing. That's why I included the cost of this stuff, which, by the way, these supplements are only increasing in their price. So that G Test consolidates a lot of things, plus it gives me a little bit more. So overall, I get to just take this one supplement, and I don't have to take these 3 anymore. So that's like 3 supplements off my list. Pretty soon, once I get my G Test, my supplements are only going to be G Test, Turk Builder Plus, GO2 Max when I do my cardio, some vitamin D3, my multivitamin, multi-mineral supplement, fish oil, and creatine. Also, can't forget creatine. And that's pretty much it. That's all I'm going to be working with. That's the only thing that I'm going to be having to take. That's just going to be my stack. So I'm very happy about that. Having to pop less pills is very appealing to me. So yeah, going from having like 10, how many supplements was I taking? So at a given time, I'm mostly taking like 8 different supplements. Again, this is including creatine. And if it's a day where I'm doing cardio and I'm taking GO2 Max, so that's 9 different supplements. So just by getting the G Test, I get to eliminate 3 supplements from my stack. So I think that's a win. So only 5 supplements: a multivitamin, multimineral, um, creatine, um, Turk builder, fish oil, and only because I stay indoors most of the time, and I have a good amount of melanin in my skin, vitamin D3. So that's it. Um, Everything else, oh yeah, and the G test. So with that G test again, that's only like 5, and then on the days where I do cardio and I'm taking GO2 max, well 6. So I think that's pretty good. So that's why I'm just gonna go ahead and go with this G test. I've already ordered it. I'm just waiting for it to come in. It most likely will not be here until like maybe early next week. Unlike the Turk builder, I'm pretty sure HTLT doesn't have any issues with G test, um, and I don't think many people are aware of G test. But I think once people understand, like again, if you're taking stuff like ashwagandha, it's already in the G test. If you're taking some calcium, magnesium, and zinc, aside from the calcium, it's inside G test. If you're taking vitamin B6 active, this P5P, if you're taking this stuff, guess what? It's inside the G test. So literally, you can eliminate those 3 supplements and just take the G test, and you're going to be getting more because there's other active ingredients that are going to help you in the long run. As a matter of fact, let's go over some of them, right? Let's see. HTLT G test was created based off the three main ingredients found in our 3 tests. So that's the other test booster that they have. That's the one that one is a little bit cheaper. That's the one that I was gonna go for, but because it had all this other stuff, I decided to just go with this one. Top side, the heavily researched testosterone boosting the category. So G test is carefully researched utilizing these 3 ingredients, and then it gives like a nice little note. Basically, if you'll take G test for about 4 to 8 weeks, and then you'll go ahead and give it a break for about 1 to 2 weeks, and then you just go back on it. But look at this. We have Fadagia Arestus extract. I butchered that up. So this little extract right here has shown to increase testosterone in the blood. So basically, this extract right here, when you combine it with Tonkat Ali, basically it's going to increase your free testosterone. And by the way, when I was kind of research like testosterone test, so apparently there's like 3 different types of testosterone. Like one is a free testosterone, one is something that binds. I don't know it all, but you get what I'm saying. So this right here, this Fundogia extract with this aka long jack fruit extract, basically that's going to increase your free testosterone that's flowing in your body. And this also right here reduces your cortisol. Ashwagandha also lowers cortisol. And so when you lower the cortisol in your body, it allows your body to increase the muscle mass, because you're basically, your body builds the muscle and tears it down. Cortisol is what's tearing it down. So without that cortisol, it would be hard for your body to break down the muscle mass. So if your body is is not cannibalizing the muscle mass, that means you got more muscle mass to work with the following week, right? So we got some ginger extract. Ginger, there's all type of good things about ginger. Ginger helps absorb and makes it more bioavailable, the other, ingredients and stuff or nutrients and stuff that you take. So I didn't know that about ginger. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this one. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Shilajit. I don't even know. But this S powder, whatever, contains high percentage of folic acid. Okay, so I guess fulvic acid can increase your testicular function. So if your balls aren't working too good, taking this stuff is going to help your balls work as they are supposed to work. Saw palmetto extract can decrease the conversion of testosterone to dialystorone, more into the natural testosterone. I'm not sure, but isn't this that type of testosterone that makes you go bald? Let me see. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Because that word sounded familiar. Because I tend to almost remember words that I know I can't pronounce. So yeah, this dihydrotestosterone is this is what causes, so basically dihydrotestosterone, DHT. Okay, DHT can cause hair loss by preventing hair follicles from absorbing nutrients. Oh, that's pretty cool. So I mean, so it contains saw palmetto extract. So this right here um, allows your body to hold on to the natural testosterone instead of getting converted into DHT. Um, and so this also, by having less of this in your body, guess what? That's going to be like less hair loss. So if you think you might be going through some hair loss, G test is going to help, prevent that hair loss because of the saw palmetto extract, which again decreases the conversion of testosterone into DHT. So bam, that's that. I didn't even know about that. See, again, I'll be looking at maybe one aspect of a supplement. Oh yeah, it makes you feel more calm. It's natural. You can find this in nature. It's extracted from roots and stuff. And I go like, hey, why don't I go ahead and take that so I could get those effects, right? But then, I'm taking a supplement and I don't know that it does all this other stuff like deepens my voice. So yeah. DIM, the compound found in cruciferous vegetables. It helps regulate elevated estrogen, right? So think about it. If you're obese like me, right? If you're obese like me, then guess what? You're going to have elevated amount of estrogen in your body because of the fat, right? That's how you get the man boobs. And so one of the things that can combat, that increase of estrogen is diindolylmethane or DIM. So this right here can help decrease the production of estrogen. So bam. So this right here is already good for people who are going to be obese, or sometimes when you take a stuff like steroids, you can have an estrogenic effect, right? Where for guys they might develop a gyno or something like that. Well, you don't want estrogen, you want that G test. Um, but don't get me wrong, believe it or not, for like your entire bodily functions and muscle development, you do need both estrogen and testosterone. It's just that one does one and the other one does another one. Like testosterone is more about that growth. Let's say you got boron here. It decreased the binding protein, which deactivates testosterone. Ah, increasing free testosterone. So again, this is increasing that free testosterone. So this boron here, this boron is going to naturally enhance your libido because it's decreasing these binding proteins. Then of course vitamin B6. As I stated earlier, it increased the production of dopamine. So dopamine is going to be good for that motivation, and which is going to be excellent when you're trying to lift weights and stuff like that, because you're going to be more motivated to, oh, I really want to lift these weights today, or I really want to, accomplish these goals today and stuff like that. So that's some good stuff right there. And of course, it's because it's basically decreasing or it's inhibiting prolactin, and by inhibiting the prolactin, you're basically is going to stop that decrease in the testosterone level, and is going to basically increase your libido. So yeah, that B6, vitamin B6, magnesium glycinate. Individuals with higher levels of magnesium tend to have higher levels of free testosterone. That's because magnesium can lead to increased testosterone levels by competing for testosterone in the race to bind to SHBG, leaving more testosterone free in the body. So magnesium, and then zinc right here. Zinc, well, as a guy, why your body needs zinc, but zinc deficiency is a common cause of low testosterone. Oh, so I guess so. Think about it for you guys. Like, so if you guys who's been yanking a little bit too much, not having enough zinc in your body could have been the downside. And I'm kind of looking back at my own childhood, and I'm going like, man, I might have messed up because of HBO at night. If you know, you know. So by basically having more zinc, you know what I'm saying, that's going to be the enzyme that your body uses for your testicle function. So bam. And so that's all of the main ingredient that's in G-Test. And so that's what I am going to also be taking. So yeah, just wanted to just pre-game this supplement. It should come in next week. I can't wait for it to come in next week. And then start seeing the effect. Now, another thing that I'm hoping, and this is for my own budget, right now to feel the effect of Turk Builder, I need to be taking 2 capsules, right? If G-Test can naturally increase the testosterone level in my body, that can help reduce my need of Turk Builder. Because think of Turk Builder, think of turkesterone as a artificial testosterone. Again, it's a albeit incomplete testosterone molecule, but it kind of looks like testosterone. So think of this as artificial testosterone, right? Think of the G-Test as a testosterone booster. So that combined with this should do something funky that I can't wait to explore. And if it does what I think it does, then I should only need to take one of these capsules. And that right there is going to be a boon to my budget, because at the moment, taking 2 capsules only gives like a 20-day supply. So for a 60-day supply, I would need to buy 3 of these. And right now it's hard to get the 3-pack because of supply issues with the Turk builder. So that's another thing. The G test might be able to, it might be able to do some of the work that Turk builder does. But what I'm hoping, right? Because again, I'm trying to get close to the effects of steroids without actually taking steroids, right? So I'm hoping that G test combined with Turk Builder Plus can elevate my testosterone levels and basically enable my body to enable me to basically be able to push myself more in the gym, recover faster, neglect cortisol and prolactin in the body, which will enable me to be able to grow more muscle and hold on to those muscles that I've grown. So I'm hoping by combining the effects of the compounds from G Test with Turk Builder, because I already know I've taken Turk Builder before. This thing right here allows me to push myself more. I've already felt that effect. I can push myself more, but the problem is, can I recover fast enough? And so far, I can't recover fast enough. Why am I not recovering fast enough? And I think the answer to that question is I don't have enough testosterone. And if my body is producing too much estrogen, cortisol, prolactin, if these are probably the 3 factors that's creating an environment that's not conducive to muscle development. And these 3 factors are also going to inhibit muscle development, because all 3 of these are not designed for your body to hold on to that excess muscle mass. And so it's going to try to break it down. So I think by taking the G test is basically going to create that environment. An environment that's going to be pro testosterone production, an environment that's going to be more conducive to muscle growth and development, because again, it's helping to inhibit prolactin, reduce cortisol, and prevent the testosterone from binding with other molecules that basically converts it into like estrogen. So that's going to be an environment that's going to be very conducive for hypertrophy training. And the Turk Builder is what's going to be that key that unlocks that door. Because this right here is going to allow me to push myself more. And pushing myself more means I'm basically breaking my muscles more. By breaking my muscles more, when it regenerates, I'm regenerating with new muscle tissue. And so I'm producing more muscle tissue, and therefore building my muscles faster. So that is what I'm looking forward to. That is my master plan. G-test to create an environment that is conducive for muscle development and growth. Turk Builder to be able to push myself to build more muscle. GO2 max to allow me to work out longer, which by working out longer, I'm burning more calories. By burning more calories, I'm creating a bigger caloric deficit. By creating a caloric deficit, I'm losing weight. So, G test to create an environment that's conducive for muscle growth and development. Turk builder to build more muscles, and GO2 max to lose body fat. That's the logic that I have right now. So, that's my HTLT experiment update. Yeah, I was going to make this a pre-workout chat, but this is more of a HTLT experiment update. So yeah, pretty soon, when you look at my cabinet, you're just going to see a bunch of HTLT products. I don't know. At a certain point, I need to get some type of code or something so that I can sell HTLT products, because I think at a certain point, that's pretty much all I'm gonna have. Like, I know they sell other supplements. Like, I think HTLT even has like multivitamins. Yeah, they do have multi. Of course they do. Of course they do. Look at that. It even has its own multivitamin. This is kind of double, like one a day men. So it's a little bit pricey. What other supplements do you got? I bet you got fish oil? Huh? Do you got fish oil? You got liver support. How do you not have fish oil? Liver, sleep aid, G focus, fat burners, creatine, electrolytes, vegan protein, greens, and antioxidants. Nope. What's that? Don't know what that is. Let's see. What's this stuff? So something with antioxidant. Huh. I don't see fish oil. That's interesting. Nope. Well, anyway. So so I guess at a certain point, I won't even be having one a day men. I'll be using HTLT. And I was even looking at their protein powders, because they had this one protein, and I had thought about, here, stay with me about this. Stay with me on this one, right? Where's your protein at? Peanut butter, no. Is this the one? Okay, yeah, so this is the one right here. So I thought about this. They have a protein that's supposed to basically taste like the fruity cereal, and so I thought about this. What if you put this inside oatmeal? What if you put this inside of oatmeal? Think about it. Add some soy milk or some almond milk or even regular milk, just regular milk. It doesn't matter. Just add some milk, some some oatmeal, and this protein powder. Will it taste like the actual Fruity Pebbles? Oh my God. My mind is going wild with the possibilities. This is another flavor that I want to try. Maple cookie. I love maple. But think about it. If you put this in oatmeal, will you make something that almost tastes like maple covered pancakes or maple waffles or something? That's why I really want to try these HTLT proteins, just because these flavors are wild. I'm highly skeptical about this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm highly skeptical, but doggone it, do you know how much I've enjoyed? I enjoy eggnog. I enjoy eggnog to an unhealthy degree. So I'm very curious about the eggnog. Vanilla is just a it's just a natural flavor that I get. What I like to do is I like to buy a lot of different flavored protein powders at the same time. So if you look in my cabinet, you'll see that I have a bunch of different type of different flavored proteins. And basically what I do is I'll buy like a 3-month supply of protein powders. So basically 3 different protein powders. And I'll just alternate between those protein powders just so I get something a little bit different. So the next time I'm ready to restock on my protein, I am hitting up HTLT. And I'm definitely got to get the fruity cereal. I have to test the theory. I'm naturally going to get that maple cookie. I'm naturally going to get that maple cookie. And I might have to say skip it and get 4 different protein powders, but definitely fruity cereal, maple cookie, chocolate peanut butter. I don't know about a hot chocolate flavored one, but yeah, I'll definitely get maple cookie, fruity cereal, vanilla ice cream, and chocolate peanut butter. Why not? Add some banana to it, chocolate peanut butter banana. Bam. So yeah. And that way that'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. So those will be like 4. So basically a 4-month supply of protein powder, and I'll just alternate between those flavors and create different things. But I am so curious about combining the maple cookie with the fruity cereal, or I mean, not combining them, but just combining each one with oatmeal and creating something magnificent. The chocolate peanut butter and the vanilla ice cream, those I just actually want to just use them as a smoothie, or a mock ice cream. I do like vanilla ice cream, so if this does taste like vanilla ice cream, this is going to be so worth it. Because I like to make extra thick shake, and in my shake I like to add like fruit, soy milk, and then add in some vanilla protein. Oh yeah, I think that's going to be real good. A few cubes of ice, and my goodness, you got ice cream. I tell you, you got ice cream. Same thing with that chocolate peanut butter smoothie. I love chocolate peanut butter smoothie, so That's going to be great. So these are the 4 flavors I'm definitely eyeing. I still got plenty of protein left over, so it'll probably be like another month before I'm pretty close to tapping those stuff out. Maybe even a month and a half. So I'm pretty good on protein right now. But when I run out, I can't wait to replace them. And it's going to be HTLT. Again, my entire cabinet is just going to look like HTLT. It's going to look like it's a Coach Greg commercial or something. Anyway, that's my thought process. That's what's going on in my head right now. I can't wait to explore that. Oh, side note. There was one thing that I kind of noticed, and I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's from. I don't know exactly when it kind of started. I kind of noticed it recently. Um, I think it. I don't know. I think it might be because of the pre-workout powder, but it's like I could feel like this area of my mouth, and it's like I don't know if I'm losing like fat on the face, and it feels weird because of a less fat on the face. I don't know. Um, but it's like I'll sometimes I feel like tingling right here, and it's like basically on right here. It's like I'll feel like some type of tingling, or maybe like a little bit of a numbness or something like that. It's like I could just feel it, instead of like how I feel like the rest of my face. I just don't know what's going on with that. Maybe like a little bit of a numbness. I don't know. That's why I'm kind of like. That's why I'm a little bit scared that it could be the pre-workout. It could be that Jocko pre-workout, that Nitro Pop that I'm taking, that's in here right now. I think that might I could be having an allergic reaction to that. I don't know. I didn't really feel it when I first started taking the Turk Builder, and even when I upped it to 2 dosage of the Turk Builder, I didn't notice this little issue going on right here. The only thing that I recently changed was the pre-workout, and I changed that like last week, like mid to like late last week, and I'm kind of like feeling some type of issue right there. So I'm thinking, I don't know, could be the pre-workout. So I'm considering stop taking this pre-workout and see if it goes away. And then if it goes away, then it's definitely an issue with the pre-workout. But I'm gonna give this a few more days, and if it persists, then I'll just try like not taking it for a week and see if it goes away. And if it does, then I'm just gonna have to throw out that pre-workout because I'm probably having an allergic reaction to it. We'll see. I just wanted to put that out there. Just be as transparent with you guys, both the pros and the cons, the deepening of the voice. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Anyway, catch you guys next time, and remember, stay on the path.